So if you probably know me, you know that I work during bouts of inspiration. I will record 6 podcast episodes in one day. I will pump out 5 blog posts in a week. I work when I have the energy and excitement and inspiration to do that. And there are a few reasons for that. But partially it's because I want to keep my schedule flexible for when something amazing comes along and I want to share those opportunities with you. And that is exactly what's happened this weekend. If you're listening in real time in late February, mid to late February, Get It Done Week is something you need to know about. And it's happening the week of February 20th, 2023. If you're not listening in real time, feel free to fast forward this 30 seconds. But if you are listening in real time, you need to know about it. You're going to hear in the next few episodes me talk about a Tripwire offer. Basically what this means is taking those freebies that you've been sharing and pumping out and creating, taking all this time to put in, and learning how you can make sales off the back of that, which I think is huge. It can do so much for you and your business. If you want to learn more about that, you'll definitely love this episode and this series of episodes where you hear this little intro. And I'd love for you to actually come and make one with me next week. I did a course with Elizabeth Goddard called Tripwire Training. She's running a live version of this the week of February 20th in a Facebook group. It's $47. And if you purchase through my affiliate link, you get a couple of bonuses. You're going to get a checklist that literally walks you through how you can use your TPT resources to create a Tripwire offer with upsells and downsells and everything in between. And you even have it sectioned off so you can choose your playbook. You can choose to focus on selling a course with it, selling a membership, selling a high ticket bundle that you have on TPT, or even just a resource that sells really well, and even a done for you service if you're a service provider like me. So if you want that, you can definitely grab the link for that in my show notes if you just want the checklist, or anyone who gets the course, either the DIY version if you're listening in not real time, or the live Get It Done Week workshop version, you will get this bonus as well. And on this checklist, it's not just a checklist. I do have it in Google Docs, but I also have mini video tutorials that literally walk you through how to do each of the steps. So this thing is really good. Honestly, it could be a mini course in its own. So I hope you grab all those things, and I hope you find these episodes super helpful. Hello and welcome to the Social Media Magic Podcast, the perfect podcast for TPT sellers, teacherpreneurs, and teacher business owners who consider themselves to be introverts. Each episode shares all kinds of ideas, tips, tactics, and strategies to help you make more sales and grow your community on social media. Without further ado, let's get on to today's episode. If you're listening to this in real time, February to early March 2023, then you're in time to register for the Short Form Funnel Summit. It's completely free March 3rd through 6th, and it's audio only, which means you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time on social media or staring at a screen. What we're really doing is sharing words from experts to help you have short form video that converts potential followers into subscribers on your email list and sales for your products, which is what we really want at the end of the day. We're going to be talking about TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, and even short form video on platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn that get a little bit neglected and ignored. If you know you're going to be busy that weekend, or if you know you want a little more support, there will be an option to upgrade to an all access pass, and the price will go up closer to the dates. So if you know you're going to want to get that, get it as soon as possible so you can save it. All of those links are in the show notes, or if you need a little more info, you can DM me on Instagram over at Brittany Verlenich. Hello and welcome back to the Social Media Magic Podcast. My name is Brittany Verlenich. I'm the host of this show, obviously. I'm a social media manager, content strategist, and overall total nerd about all things marketing, sales, and copywriting. And today, we are talking about how a Tripwire offer can work in your overall marketing ecosystem for your online business. And of course, I'm talking more directly to sellers on TPT, made by teachers, Classful, and those similar types of websites. But this also works for you if you have any kind of digital e-commerce. So if you're selling printables on Etsy or products on Amazon that are digital, it's going to be the same thing. So when you're looking at the overall ecosystem of what a Tripwire does, it really helps you to be able to make money and grow your email list at the same time. Maybe you're already running ads to a freebie. If so, then you should definitely do this because it might actually help you recoup some of your ad costs. When they click on their form or opt into a freebie, they get the Tripwire offer on the next page. That means for a limited time, for the next 15 or 20 minutes, they get a limited time discounted offer that's only available on that page. This could be half off of a course. This could be a bundle that you usually sell on TPT, but you have a coupon code that you offer. It could just be a resource that you have. It's really just up to you on how you do it. But basically what it does is it takes someone from just getting onto your email list to possibly spending money with you right away. So this can increase the lifetime value of the customer if you think about how much spending over their time knowing you. And it can just help you make more money per day, which is great because at the end of the day, if you're here, I'm guessing what you really want is to have more passive income streams, as much automation as possible, and you really want to start evergrading the stuff you have so that you're not feeling like you have to constantly show up and live launch if you don't want to, or maybe even just to supplement yourself between those live launches. So let's talk about the overall ecosystem. So after they go to your freebie opt-in lead magnet page, they go to your Tripwire offer. So that's your limited time offer page only. Sometimes people call Tripwires other things, like they call them upsells or downsells or order bumps, but those are technically different things. So when we're talking about an order bump, when we talk about like a sales page, actually, let's look at the sales page. So let's talk about a sales page for a course. On a sales page, that's where you are specifically selling something. It's different than an opt-in because with an opt-in, you are giving a freebie in exchange for them getting on your email list. When you hear freebie or lead magnet, those are the same thing. The opt-in is the form or the page where they put in their email list to get the freebie or the lead magnet. A sales page is different. A sales page is where you are intentionally positioning a course, a resource, a bundle, or whatever it is as a thing they need to buy. So on TPT, this is our product listing, our product description. This is technically a little mini sales page. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and use the TPT terms for this just so you can know how this works on the TPT platform itself and then how we can do this with other tools and subscriptions and things. So we have our sales page where they buy the thing. And then we have our checkout page and a possible order bump. So the checkout page is where they would actually buy. So when we think about on TPT, this is when they add something to their cart. An order bump is maybe a bundle that resource is attached to. So you see how like when you go to a resource product description or listing, there's a little note on the bottom that says, hey, this resource is a part of the bundle. Do you want to get the bundle instead? Because TPT is encouraging that teacher or whoever's buying the thing to say, hey, instead of buying this one thing for $3, $5, $7, $9, why don't you buy this bundle? And you'll actually save because you're not buying those things individually. But we also know it's because that person's going to spend more money with us, which is what we want, really. We want to be able to have more money in our business. So that's what an order bump is when we think about that. It's something that shows up on the sales page in the online marketing world outside of TPT. Usually someone has this set up on a platform like Thrivecart or Kartra or ClickFunnels. So they have a sales page for the thing. So maybe they're driving ads or traffic to that. And then on the sales page, they're saying, hey, do you want to add these templates, this little extra support thing for an extra $7.17? It's basically a no-brainer, low-cost offer that supports whatever they're buying on the sales page. So that's what an order bump is in the general online marketing world. And then an upsell is something that comes afterwards. So after they've moved on, so they've checked out for thing A, which is the original thing they were buying on the sales page, they've gotten the order bump for thing B, which is the thing that popped up on the bottom saying, hey, do you want this too? And usually there's some kind of little toggle feature that you click on and get. And then an upsell is something that comes after that that's usually costing more money. It's usually something that's a little more high touch or more support. So this could be a higher ticket course. It could be a consultation if you're offering a service, or maybe even like just one-on-one support, just some kind of general consultation. A downsell is something that maybe comes after the checkout page or the upsell that's like, hey, you didn't buy this one thing. Obviously, this all has to be set up, right, with automations. You didn't buy this one thing. How about this other thing instead? So it's just what you're doing is you're taking this person on a journey from what their original thing was to what they could actually need help with. And depending on how you set it up, you could actually have all of these things together. Like you could have a freebie that leads to a Tripwire, which leads to a sales page that has an order bump on the checkout page, which leads to another upsell or downsell offer. And I know this is a lot to see in an audio version. If you want to see this in a video version, I highly, highly recommend checking out Elizabeth Goddard's course. It's called Tripwire Training. If you're listening in real time, she's actually hosting a quote unquote get it done week. Super excited about. She's hosting it February 20th, the week of. So if this is something that you know you want to do, you want to work on more automated evergreen marketing, you want to set up your welcome sequences and funnels and have it so that you're selling things on autopilot, or maybe you know you want to get into ads and you want to be able to fund that. Sometimes what people in the online marketing world will call it self-liquidating offers because it's like, okay, you paid so much money to get them on your email list with ads, and now you're making up money so that you're not losing money, right? So you're kind of breaking even. Even if you're breaking even and not losing money, that's still a win in my book. And I think $47 to learn how to do that in real time with real support is awesome. So I'll have all the links for that in the show notes. If you're listening to this after the fact and you're not able to get on board and join us for the Get It Done week, still check out the training because I did the evergreen version of the training. I'm going through the Get It Done version next week, and it is so worth it. The layout she gives you, all the help and support in the evergreen DIY version is honestly enough on its own for you to go and get a result this weekend. If you do sign up in real time for the Get It Done week, I'm also offering an additional bonus. So once you sign up through my affiliate link, which I get a commission at no extra cost to you, let me know. You can either DM me on Instagram or send me an email, and I will add you to our little Telegram chat. It might only be a few of us, but really it's just where you can get extra support, especially if you're not wanting to be in another Facebook group. I totally get it. That is where the Get It Done training is going down. But if you just want a smaller group and that's more TPT or teacher creator specific, then definitely get it through my affiliate link and you can join in our little Telegram chat. That's it for this episode. I know it was a little higher level, a little strategy, but I think it's helpful to know what's going on in the online space because we can get into our own little bubble in the TPT, teacher author world, and I think that hurts us sometimes. We need to know what other people are doing in different kinds of businesses and different structures because we might be able to emulate it in what we're doing. And there are so many other ways to do digital e-commerce that's not just on sites like Teachers Pay Teachers, Made by Teachers, and Classful. Like there are whole businesses made on Amazon and Etsy, even eBay. eBay's still around. So let's learn from them. And let's learn from this person who is having massive success. I know that some people listening to this podcast might have some money things. I mean, we all have money things at the end of the day. We're all working on our money mindset. But she made over, I want to say $300,000 last year, and she doesn't do any live stuff. So if you know that you want to do stuff almost completely passively and to be able to make those kinds of money, those I do, that's something I'm working towards, then come with us and do this training next week, February 20th. If you're listening to this after the fact, then check out the link for the evergreen DIY version in the show notes. I hope you love this episode. Otherwise, I'll talk to you soon.